Peace, what's good? How's everyone doing today? Um, Before I start, I want to give my condolences out to the victims in the New York City bombing that happened this weekend. Very sorry it happened. World's a fucked up place as it is and shit like that. And so the families, I want to give my special condolences to you. If you lost anybody. Very sorry you had to go through that. No parent should have to bury their child. Well, no one should bury each other, if you know what I mean. But all right, now to the review. The album I watched review today, and I know it's been a while since I've really done a review. I've been busy with a lot of stuff lately, so it's David Bowie's sixth studio album, Aladdin Sane. Well, Aladdin Sane. I'm gonna get to that in a minute. Released in 1973 on what's the record label? What's the record label? RCA Records. Yeah, this was released 1 year after his breakthrough album, The Rise and Fall of Ziggy Stardust and Mars, um, which was, in my opinion, like that's right. Well, I'm gonna get into I'm gonna compare both of the albums at the end because I'm gonna say some stuff basically that might shock a few fans, but it is what it is. Okay, now David Bowie, you guys should know who he is. I mean, I reviewed Hunky Dory, Rise and Fall of Ziggy Stardust, and I also reviewed Station to Station, which I consider Station to Station to be his magnum opus. Okay, so after the rise and fall of Ziggy Stardust and Spiders of Mars, he was basically that was his breakthrough album, but it was he didn't really get like his full world exposure until like he came out with like Fame, but that's another topic for a different day. Okay, so basically he was mostly writing his whole album around this time when he was touring the Ziggy Stardust tour in 1972. Excuse me for a minute. Hey, I gotta call you right back. I'm kind of doing YouTube video right now. Sorry about that. All right, so where was I? Okay, so the Ziggy Stardust U.S. tour, 1972, that was widely considered to be one of the greatest rock tours, one of the greatest tours. Period. I mean, it was very groundbreaking for its time and stuff like that. And a lot of people have been influenced by the tour, mostly Lady Gaga, who actually was inspired by this cover, like and stuff like that. So the reason why he called this album like Aladdin Sane was because of the fact like he was living in America, and he was just the influence of America like happened with his album and stuff like that. And so yeah, it was originally supposed to be called Ziggy Stardust Goes to America, but like David Bowie, he always wants to try something new. That's one thing about David Bowie. Like artists like Bowie, Prince, Frank Zappa, like you will not hear the same album from them twice. And that's why I have to say this might be a very controversial, but I kind of like this album a little bit more than the Rise and Fall of Ziggy Stardust. And I know a lot of people be like, "Oh, Ziggy Stardust is a classic." Yes, I love that album. That's a classic album, but this album kind of grew on me these past weeks when I've been listening to it. And so, 1973, this album was released. Alright. Singles albums known for are it came out with like four singles. Gene Genie, love that song. Driving Saturday, Time, and a cover version of the Rolling Stones classic Let's Spend the Night Together. And Ken Scott and David Bowie produced the album. Personnel include Bowie on guitar, harmonica, saxophone, vocals. Mick Ronson. Mick Ronson did his thing in this whole album. Like I'm gonna get into some of his best moments later. Guitar, piano, and vocals. Trevor Bolder, bass guitar. Mick Woody, Woodman Z drums, and some additional people are Mike Garson on piano synthesizers, Ken Ford on saxophone flutes, Brian Bucks, Will Shaw saxophone flutes. That's some more additional people. And let me take you through the inside booklet. So yeah, this is a cover photo. One of my favorite pictures of David Bowie. Like this is the 2015 reissue. So yeah, this is a very very good reissue too. And you know David Bowie, yes, yeah. They just had the lyrics on the book inside the booklet and shit. Okay, so 10 songs. You guys know what I'm about to do. Alright, first song is Watch the Man. Watch That Man, that's how I should say. Alright, Watch That Man. Very nice way to open up the album. Like as soon as you like listen, you already know this album's gonna be like more of a hard rocker. And that's another thing about the album too. This was a lot of hard rock oriented songs here, and that's what one thing I loved about this album. Very hard rock affiliated, and but I'm gonna tell you some good points about this song. And if this song basically was like his trying to differ from like the more kind of like the more how can I put this polished. I wouldn't really say polished, but the more standard sound for the Ziggy Stardust album. And so this album had like a more like a Rolling Stones feel to it. And a lot of people said that this song was kind of influenced by the Rolling Stones' classic album, Exile on Main Street, which I can agree with. A dope album, by the way, I didn't get my hands on. I can agree with that, you know, because you know Bowie was very influenced by the Stones a lot. And so, what else about the song? Very good song right here. One of my favorites. Now, track number two, Aladdin Sane, 1913 to 1938 to 1970 question mark. Very good song right here. This is when the song hits so sweet. My favorite song off this album. This album just built up and up. Oh my god, this host. And like the thing about this song, one, it has like Mick Garson. He played like he's the avant-garde pianist. Kills the song. He had like a 2 minute piano solo and things of that nature. And like I said, like before when I started this album, this is what he called this Aladdin Sane. But I guess you guys are wondering why I said 1913 to 1938, so on and so on. So the first 2 years, they refer to the years before the two world war broke out. And so the reason why he had the third year why he had a question mark, because Bowie himself believed that there was gonna be like a World War III and things of that nature. And so yeah, very very good song. And so also I forgot to mention his mind was kind of on a lot of stuff going on because Bowie's half brother, from what I read, he was diagnosed as a schizophrenic. So that's why he was kind of like going crazy, or as I should say, let's live in America and stuff like that, you know. But this was like years before the whole Thin White Duke era. Which if you want more on that, um, check out my Station to Station review. And it's one more thing about the song. I like this song because it sounds like something he could have done um the, during his old Berlin period. So yeah. Track number three, Driving Saturday.
Go to bed. Don't forget to turn on the lights. Don't laugh, babe, it'll be alright. Pour me out another phone. I'll ring and see if your friends are home. Perhaps the strange ones in the dome could lend us a book we could read up alone. And try to get it on like once before. When people stared in Jagger's eyes, we scored like the video films we saw.
Alright. Driving Saturday. Now, I kind of say that this song is sort of like the pseudo sequel to Life on Mars. The reason being is because basically Driving Saturday is supposed to be about how society is gripped by like society's probably gripped by like the Cold War and stuff like that. That's from what I looked up. And also because the fact like I think in paraphrasing what the song's about, Bowie feels the world is basically letting like for Life on Mars, how I said that how all those surrealist images. I said something like how like she's letting that. Let me say how can I put it? I think because you know Life on Mars, the girls go see the movie. Driving Saturday, it sort of like follows that same theme. So that's why I kind of feel like it's a sequel to Life on Mars because of the way how society gets influenced by the littlest things, in my opinion. That's just my way of paraphrasing it. And so, a little trivia. He actually wrote this song for Mata Hoopy as their follow to the song All the Young Dudes, but they weren't really feeling this song. So Bowie just took it for himself, you know. One man's junk, another man's treasure. Track number four, Panic in Detroit. Panic in Detroit. Pretty straightforward song, self-explanatory. He's actually talking about like how they was kind of referring to 1967 Detroit riots. Um, yeah. Also, Mick Ronson. A lot of people have said that this was Mick Ronson's best moment as a guitarist, and I gotta kind of agree with that. This is like one of his best works. So he stole the show. Mick Ronson, one of the greatest guitarists in my opinion. Then we have Cracked Actor. Cracked Actor, probably a very interesting song right here. For one, this is probably one of the most hardest rocking songs off this album. Like the band's chemistry just blended all together, and so Bowie, I love Bowie's voice, like Bowie's voice on this album. That's one thing I've noticed. Like basically his voice like is more aggressive on this album. And this was like the perfect track to fully explain that, you know. Cracked Actor, okay. This song is basically about an encounter with a prostitute and Hollywood saw an encounter with a prostitute, things of that nature. You know, like smack, baby, smack. You know, very cool song right here. Definitely a glam rock, definitely like a perfect glam rock topic. You know what I'm saying? Because 1972, wait, 1971, 1974. That was when David Bowie was on his glam rock peak, in my opinion. After Diamond Girls, he just said fuck glam rock. And so, track number six, Time.
Time, he's waiting in the wings. He speaks of senseless things. His script is you and me. Boy, time, he flexes like a whore. Falls wanking to the floor. His trick is you and me. Boy, time, in quaaludes and red wine. Demanding silly dolls. And the other friends of mine. Take your time.
Okay, time. First of all, I love this song. Maybe my second favorite song off this album. It has a very haunting soundscape. Like, this sound like something you would hear in the beginning of some old French movies from like the 1960s or 70s or some shit. You know what I'm saying? And like it just like ding, 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 also like ding, it just gets all hard rock at the same time. You know, one of my favorite songs off this album. You know, matter of fact, I think I could play this whole album without skipping a track. Now, next song, Prettiest Star.
Cold fire, you've got everything but cold fire. You will be my destiny's child. I moved up to take a place near you, so tired. It's the sky that makes you feel tried. It's a trick to make you see why. It can all but break your heart. In pieces, staying back in your memory are the movie.
Prettiest Star. Now, this is a very interesting song. It's my fault, I have a couch drop. For one, Bowie started working on the song. Well, I can't even talk of this. Bowie started working on the song as far back as 1970. This song was originally re-recorded alongside with like a follow-up single to Space Oddity, you know, and so he wrote the song for Angela Bassett. Not, ooh, I was going to say Angela Bassett, his wife Angela Bowie. At that time, Angela Barnett. And so one thing, you know, this song was actually written as a proposal to her, and he played it on the telephone to her and stuff like that. The rest is history. That's all I'm gonna say. So then he reworked this track, 1973, things of that nature. Yeah. Not the best song, but very interesting, very essential recording, by the way. Then we have Let's Spend the Night Together, which is, of course, the cover song to the Rolling Stones' 1967 classic off the album Between the Buttons. Very dope album, kind of slipped on in my opinion.
But don't you worry about what's been on my mind. I'm in no hurry, I can take my time. I'm going there, but my tongue's getting tired. I'm on my head, but my mouth gets dry. Let's spend the night together. Now I need you more than ever. Let's spend the night together.
Okay. Now, when I first heard this song, I was like, I was not really feeling this cover like that. And it's crazy because I'm a huge fan of the Stones. Like, very, very huge fan. Well, most of their work up to 1982. But, like, over the years, I've listened, I expected what Bowie was trying to do. He added his own touch to it and stuff like that. And, yeah, you know, it's not the best Stones cover, but, like, let me take that back. It's kind of overrated when it comes to, like, Stone covers. But this is a very interesting song, So, yeah. Track number 9, Gene Genie. Oh, I love this song. This is one of the main songs that got me listening to the album. Like, everything about the song is great. The guitar riff, the promotional video, as they will call it. Um, the lyrics like Gene Genie lives on his back. Now, there has been a lot of illusion what the song's really about. According to Bowie, he kind of based the song off the most main illusion is like he wrote the song about Iggy Pop, basically. Another reason it just kind of falls into the title of the album, like Aladdin Sane, because you guys know the story of Aladdin. You know, Aladdin, poor guy wants love from the princess, wants love from the princess and stuff like that, and so the genie grants like three wishes. You guys know what I'm talking about. So yeah, Genie, very, 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 very dope song. I like this song. I mean, this is the type of song you listen to just chilling and stuff like that. Very dope song. And the tops of the pop performance of the song is how I would say one of the best tops of the pops performance I've ever seen. And for you guys who don't know what tops of the pops is, oh, I'm sorry, I'm sorry. I was watching something just caught me off guard. I'm sorry about that. Okay. If you guys don't know what Tops of the Pops is, basically the British American bandstand. This is basically what it is. So yeah. And the last song off this album, Lady Grinning Soul. this is a very interesting way to close an album. It's like a ballad, but it's a very haunting and cinematic ballad. And the piano by Mick Garson is just amazing. Very amazing piano work. Like this is the type of song you listen to, like you just chilling at home in a dark room, the fireplace and things of that nature. Just thinking about the old love you just lost. And then that's all the songs off this album. Personal opinion, very very good album, classic album by many people. Um, like I said before, this album, in my opinion, is like way better than Ziggy Stardust. And the reason being is because it's more hard rocking. Bowie sounds folk. He always sounds focused, but something about the album, he just sounds like a lot more focused. What else? What else? What else? Mick Ronson was at his A game on this album. Chemistry within the whole band. The concept about going crazy, going crazy in America. You know what I'm saying? Very, very, very good song. Very, very good song. One of the best rock albums I've ever listened to. And you don't hear a lot of Bowie fans talking about this album. I don't know why, because they always talk about the rise and fall of Ziggy Stardust, Funky Dory. Hell, they even talk about Diamond Dogs more than this album. I kind of feel like this is the one album that you listen to. It could have sounded like it could have been made today. Very, 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 very good album. Classic album, in my opinion. This album kind of cemented Bowie as a rock chameleon. He, I still can't believe he's gone. I still can't believe he's gone. Basically, one of like you know, one of the greatest rock artists of all time. 2016 has just been a bullshit year. But David Bowie, Aladdin Sane, 1973. If you don't have this album, you're a Bowie head. I don't need to. I don't need to tell you how mindless it can be. And have a couple of announcements to make. I'm gonna try. I'm gonna try to like do this list called. I'm trying to do a couple of lists going on. One list I'm working on top 25 female R&B singers, and I'm gonna put my list. I'm gonna probably work on that. Maybe we'll release it by next month. Two, I'm working on this new series called "What I Think About This Artist" because this series is basically going to be talking about. This series is going to talk about what I think of an artist. It's not an album review, basically. It's not an album review. Just what I think of an artist. How I felt, how the artist, strengths, weaknesses, all that stuff. And three, what else? I'm gonna start doing a lot more reviews now because there's like a lot of good albums I'm trying to get over and stuff like that. And yeah, of course I'm gonna try to review a lot of his albums too. I need to get some more of his albums, like a couple of it, like a Berlin trilogy, so on and so on. So yeah, a lot of dope stuff are coming out of this channel so far. And yeah, that's basically it. If you guys have any questions, requests, you know what to do. It's your boy Reg. Stay blessed.